You're listening to Silver Anniversary Movies. The podcast is celebrating their silver anniversary. So, can you guess the movie that's celebrating their 25 years of release?
Today I'm going back to December 22nd, 1995. 7 movies came out today. The first one had 11% on Tomato Meter rating with a 49% audience score. Dapper Count Dracula relocates from his Transylvanian castle to Victorian London with his slavish assistant Renfield in search of new blood. He finds it in a pair of beautiful young women, Mina and her best friend Lucy. When Mina's straight-laced fiancé Jonathan tells his future bride's odd behavior, he calls in his mentor, vampire hunter Van Helsing, to save the day. It's rated PG-13. It's a comedy directed by Mel Brooks, produced by Mel Brooks. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes long by Castle Rock Entertainment. Some of the cast and crew: Harvey Korman is Dr. Jack Seward. Lysette Anthony is Lucy Westana. Amy Yazbek as Mina Murray. Stephen Weber as Jonathan Harker. Peter McNicol as R.M. Redfield. And Leslie Nielsen as Count Dracula. Alright, the name of the movie is Dracula, Dead and Loving It. And this one is for rent or buy on Amazon Video, Fandango Now, Apple iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Vudu, Microsoft Store, Redbox, and DirecTV. Alright, 17% with a 62% audience score. Elderly, angry, and contentious friends Max and John backburner their bickering when their kids get engaged. But fishing season opens a can of romantic worms as newcomer Maria plans to turn their beloved bait shop into a restaurant. Botched matchmaking leads to some major romantic mix-ups until an unexpected death in the family helps everyone realize that the most important thing in life is love. It's rated PG-13. It's a comedy directed by Howard Deutsch, produced by John Davis and Richard C. Berman, written by Mark Steven Johnson. It's 1 hour and 40 minutes long by Warner Brothers. Some of the cast and crew: Kevin Pollak as Jacob Goldman, Burgess Meredith as Grandpa Gustafson, Sophia Loren as Maria Sophia Pauletta Righetti, Anne Margaret as Ariel Gustafson, Walter Matthau as Max Goldman, and Jack Lemmon as John Gustafson. Alright, the name of the movie is Grumpier Old Men. It is streaming on HBO Max. Or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Fandango Now, Redbox, Apple iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and DirecTV. Alright, the next one had a 25% on Tomato Meter with a 42% audience score. Sneaking around the cemetery late at night, mischievous pals Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn secretly view local bully Injun Joe murdering the town's undertaker with his knife. The frightened friends swear never to speak to anyone about what they saw. But when Tom learns that harmless town drunk Muff Potter has been charged with the murder, his conscience forces him to intervene and clear Potter's name. It is rated PG. It's an adventure, kids and family. Directed by Peter Hewitt. Produced by Lawrence Mark and John Baldecchi. Written by Stephen Summers and David Lowry. It is 1 hour and 32 minutes long by Walt Disney Pictures. Some of the cast and crew: Michael McShane as Muff Potter, Amy Wright as Aunt Polly, Charles Rocket as Judge Thatcher, Eric Schwig as Injun Joe, Brad Renfro as Huck Finn, and Jonathan Taylor Thomas as Tom Sawyer. Alright, the name of the movie is Tom and Huck. It is streaming on Disney Plus, or you can rent or buy it on Apple iTunes, Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and DirecTV. Alright, the next one, 38% on Tomato Meter with a 40% audience score. Feisty Morgan Adams inherits her late Buccaneer father's galleon and one-third of the map to buried treasure located on Cutthroat Island. The map had been tattooed on her father's scalp, and to find the treasure, she must locate and scalp his two brothers. But Morgan's swashbuckling uncle, Dog Brown, wants the treasure for himself and does battle with his headstrong niece and her unwilling accomplice, Latin-speaking physician William Shaw. It is rated PG-13. It's a comedy, action, and adventure. Directed by Rennie Harlan. Produced by Rennie Harlan, Joel B. Michaels, Lawrence Mark, and James Gorman. Written by Robert King and Mark Norman. It's 2 hours and 3 minutes long. By Lawrence Mark Productions, Canal Plus, Forge, Rolco Pictures Inc., and Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Some of the cast and crew: Stan Shaw as Glasspool, Patrick Malahide as Ensley, Maury Chankin as John Reed, Frank Langella as Dog, Matthew Modine as Shaw, and Gina Davis as Morgan. Alright, the name of the movie is Cutthroat Island. It is streaming on Prime Video, or you can rent or buy it on Redbox, Apple iTunes, Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Vudu, and Microsoft Store. Alright, now for the next one. 50% on Tomato Meter with a 39% audience score. Ex-fireman Darren McCord has a new job working security at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. Hoping to impress his kids, he scored tickets to the Stanley Cup Finals, unaware that the place has been taken over by a group of terrorists. Ex-CIA agent Joshua Foss is holding the vice president hostage in a press box and plans to blow up the building if he doesn't pay the ransom. But when Darren learns of his scheme, he jumps into action to save the day. It is rated R. It's an action movie. Directed by Peter Hyams. Produced by Mosh Diamond, Howard Baldwin. Written by Karen Elise Baldwin and Gene Quintano. It is 1 hour and 50 minutes long by Universal Pictures, Imperial Entertainment, and Signature Films. Some of the cast and crew: Dorian Harewood as Hallmark, Ross Malinger as Tyler McCord, Whitney Wright as Emily McCord, Raymond J. Barry as Vice President, Powers Booth as Joshua Foss, and Jean-Claude Van Damme as Darren McCord. Alright, the name of the movie is Sudden Death. It is streaming on Showtime and DirecTV, or you can rent or buy it on Apple iTunes, Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and DirecTV. Alright, the next one, 54% Tomato Meter with a 70% audience score. In this animated feature, a deadly diphtheria epidemic strikes the remote town of Nome, Alaska. With the life-saving medicine located hundreds of miles away, the residents decide to send out a sled dog team. Balto, a half-wolf dog ignored by all except a goose. Forrest, and two polar bears. Is chosen to run but is disqualified by lead dog Steel. When the other dogs get lost in the snow, Balto risks his life to rescue them and deliver the medicine. It is rated G. It's animation, adventure, kids and family. Directed by Simon Wells. Produced by Steve Hickner. It's 1 hour and 17 minutes long by Universal Pictures and Emblem Entertainment. Some of the cast and crew: Jim Cummings as Steel the Sled Dog, the voice of it. Bridget Fonda is the voice of Jenna. Bob Hoskins is the voice of Boris the Goose. Kevin Bacon is the voice of Balto. Lola Bates Campbell is the voice of Granddaughter. And Miriam Margolyes as the voice of Grandma Rosie and some extra voices. All right, the name of the movie is Balto. It is streaming on Starz, DirecTV, and the Starz Play Amazon channel. Or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Apple iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Vudu, Microsoft Store, Redbox, and DirecTV. All right, the last one. 56% on Tomato Meter to 79% audience score. Navigating through careers, family, and romance, four friends bond over the shortcomings in their love lives, namely, the scarcity of good men. Both, as the other woman, Savannah and Robin, carry on relationships with married men, each believing their lovers will leave their wives for them. On the flip side, Bernadine ends up alone when her husband divorces her for his mistress. Meanwhile, Gloria finds love with a new neighbor. It is rated R. It's a comedy romance drama directed by Forrest Whitaker, produced by Deborah Schindler and Ezra Swerdlow. It's 2 hours and 1 minute long by 20th Century Fox. Some of the cast and crew: Dennis Haysbert as Kenneth Dawkins, Gregory Hines as Marvin King, Loretta Devine as Gloria Glow Matthews, Leela Rochon as Robin Stokes, Angela Bassett as Bernadine Bernie Harris, and Whitney Houston as Savannah Vela Jackson. All right, the name of the movie is Waiting to Exhale. And this is available for rent or buy on Microsoft Store, Redbox, Apple iTunes, Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, and DirecTV. All right, well, that's it for December the 22nd, 1995. Have fun watching the movies.
This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.